Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen.
Wonderful. Okay, this was a question that came in the night that I wanted to make sure that I got to. There's a daughter, and it's very long, so I'm going to edit a little bit here. She just recently turned 10 years old. She asked for a book on archaeology, and so they gave her one. And it's not an easy to read book, but she really seemed to enjoy it and was reading it. They thought it was a gamble to give it to her, but that's what she asked for, and so they gave it to her. And by the way, they want you to know that she's on the autism spectrum. It's very hard for her to make social connections, but she is extra interested in subjects like math, history, and physics. And today, Mom wrote in and said yesterday when she picked her up from school, the daughter asked for a hug immediately, and she knew that meant something had gone on. So upon further investigation, talking to the teacher, she found out the teacher has had a habit of taking things away from this young woman and saying that they're too hard for her. So the teacher had taken away the archaeology book and gave her a book that was a fiction story. She says her daughter doesn't like fiction stories and had a lot of trouble reading the book. And the teacher read that as, see, I'm right. If this book is too hard for her, then certainly the archaeology book is too hard for her. To add insult to injury, this is not the first time that the teacher has taken things away from this young woman. It seems like she's very fond of doing that and has berated her, calling her childish for playing a game like Pokemon Go. Mom is very concerned about this. When they met with the director of the program, the teacher is constantly blaming Mom, saying that she's pushing her in the wrong directions. And Mom says, she's my first daughter and I try really hard to do well, but I know that I make mistakes. Is this one of them, giving them the book? Am I really leaving her too free by letting her choose what she wants and likes? Or is this teacher all up a tree and wrong? She didn't write that. I'm saying that. Is this teacher all up a tree and all wrong?
Yeah. So I think that everybody should be given the choice to engage in things that are interesting for them. So I don't think you've done anything wrong in regards to giving your daughter books that she finds interesting at all. I mean, I think that's a wonderful thing. And it sounds like she's very interested in a lot of different things. And therefore, she's, looking at and learning a lot of different, very important subjects. I do want to say that the other side of that is that sometimes our kids get so entranced with something that they don't pay attention to everything else that's going on in their life. And you just want to make sure that the child is able to, as rewarding as these books are, she's also able to pay attention to her social environment in that sense. Other than that, no, I think the teacher might have a little bit of an issue there.
I'm with you. And I just want to say, I'm a former teacher and it's hard in the classroom. It's really, really hard. And I think it's hard for parents to know what goes on in the classroom and what teachers need to do to be able to teach, because that's the job of a teacher, is to be able to teach. Unfortunately, there's so much behavior happening in the classroom that some teachers never get to teach. They're only dealing with the behavior. And that's because not enough teachers are being trained in the things that Dr. Grand-Pichet. But so I always like to be compassionate towards teachers and say that it's good to compromise and go in and say, you can ask for a behavior intervention plan for your child and specifically put in there that in no place can she take something away from your child that is not physically harming her, right? And give that teacher things that she can do when she wants her. If it's that she wants her to read the fiction book, can we compromise? Can she do 10 minutes of the fiction and 10 minutes of the archaeology book? But I think you need to have an IEP meeting. I think you need to get in there, ask for help. It's towards the end of the year. Because if this is the beginning of the year, what I'll tell you, ask to be moved to a different classroom. But you know, it's towards the end and that might be more disruptive to her, but see if you can get the teacher to compromise. She probably means well, but you're not wrong, mom. I'm sending
Yeah.
you a hug. Our kids ask for something and we get it for them for the birthday. That's nobody's business. That's certainly not the teacher's business. And she's got no business taking it away from her unless she's hitting herself or somebody else with it. Or it's interrupting time when she wants to learn something else. Sheesh, right? I get
Yeah.
upset, Dr. Grandpichet.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Sometimes teachers have this thing that they know for sure. You know what? They don't. Like nobody has given an award to a teacher for being able to do the kinds of things that Dr. Grandpichet has been able to do across her lifetime with kiddos on the autism spectrum. That's just a fact. So anyway,
Yeah, aside from that, I mean, I also want to add, Shannon, that a lot of, you know, we have enough going on as parents, and we don't need someone giving us additional guilt. You know, like you're educating your child and giving your child books that are interesting, and that's that, and that's a great thing.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I'm seeing that Christina wrote back in, she had said about giving him dairy and that they saw behaviors. She said also when he was on dairy, his GI issues were not as bad. Reintroduced in his BM are horrible, constipation, chronic, and huge, painful BM. Yeah. So listen to your data, listen to your gut, and absolutely. We got lots of different things. Oh, okay. Thank you, Nancy. I see the name of the video game. Okay, I'm so glad because this person wrote in something and I got the second half of it. Now I'm getting the rest of it. My son
Shannon,
is 5. Yeah.
can I just real quickly, sorry, Nancy has been writing in about this Neuro Racer and Endeavor RX, and I think this is Dr. Ghazali, and I know him, and he's fantastic. And if you can get him on your on the show, I think that would be great because he's very talented guy and might have a lot for our viewers.
We will reach out to them today. Thank you. Thanks for watching Autism Live. If you found anything helpful in this video, please give us a like. In fact, make sure that you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a like on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram for important updates. And please download our free podcast wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.